When Buddha Anamadasi had finished his meal, Sarada called all his students to gather and sit near the Buddha. At that moment the Buddha willed, "Let the 2 chief disciples come with the order of monks." Knowing the Buddha's wish, the 2 chief disciples arrived with 100,000 arahants. They paid homage to the teacher and stood in their appropriate places. Sarada, seeing the vast number of monks, ordered his students, "The seat of the teacher is low, and there are no seats for the 100,000 monks. You should perform a supreme act of worship for the Buddha. Go and bring flowers with color and scent from the foot of the mountain. Speaking of it takes time, but the domain of those with psychic power is inconceivable." In just a moment, the ascetics brought flowers rich in color and scent. They built a flower throne 1 yojana high for the Buddha. For the 2 chief disciples, the flower seats were 3 gavutas high. For the other monks, 2 gavutas, and for the newly ordained monks, 1 yusabha, measure of length. When the seats were prepared, Sarada stood with palms pressed together facing Buddha Anamadasi and said, "Venerable Blessed One, please ascend this flower throne for the long-lasting welfare and happiness of myself and others." Once Buddha Anamadasi was seated, the chief disciples and all the monks sat on their flower seats according to seniority. Sarada stood holding a parasol made of flowers over the Buddha. The Buddha thought, "May this act of worship by the ascetics bear great fruit," and he entered the attainment of cessation, Nirodha Samapatti. The 2 chief disciples and all the monks, knowing the teacher had entered this attainment, also entered Nirodha Samapatti. While the Buddha remained in Nirodha Samapatti for 7 days, the students of Sarada went out to gather fruits for food and returned to stand in homage. However, Sarada himself did not go for alms. Fueled by rapture, pity, he stood holding the flower parasol for the entire 7 days. When the 7 days were completed, Buddha Anamadasi emerged from the attainment and spoke to Nisaba, the right chief disciple. "Nisaba, please give the thanksgiving Anumodana for the flower seats that these ascetics have so excellently offered." Glossary: Parakama, preparatory tasks or groundwork required before a major achievement. Fourfold Assembly Magha Puja, an assembly of 1-250 arahants who gathered spontaneously without appointment. Nirodha Samapatti, a deep meditative state where consciousness and feeling are temporarily suspended, accessible only to arahants and non-returners. Yojana, an ancient measure of distance, approx 7 to 9 miles,